What's going on, everyone? I'm Encore. This is Tomorrow Never Comes. And in this video, I wanted to clarify, or at least to expand on what Tomorrow Never Comes means. And this actually only came about when I had a pretty deep conversation with a close friend. And that friend continued to press as to, hey, look, for those of you who don't know, Tomorrow Never Comes is a phrase that my father used to use repeatedly. When he would say, take up the trash, go clean this up, go do this, go do that. My teenage self would always say, do it tomorrow. And his thing was, yeah, tomorrow never comes. So that was a reoccurring theme and phrase that he would use for everything, because I would have excuses upon excuses upon excuses. And, it became a lighthearted joke around the family. And, unfortunately, at the age when I was 19, he passed away due to a brain tumor, or started as a brain tumor anyway, and metastasized or spread throughout the rest of his body. And within a 6-month span, he went from the person that had taught me everything to pretty much a child in terms of mental capacity, and then was no longer around. And so that's kind of stuck with myself and those in my family as well. The phrase of tomorrow never comes, tomorrow never comes. But here was the conversation that I had with my friend. And, it was one of those things that I didn't really understand how others would take tomorrow never comes a statement. And it seems so final, right? It seems like a full stop. And we started to talk, and I had some, started to explain a little bit of what I meant by that. And this is what it comes to me. And the friend actually asked me, what legacy do I want to leave? I have 2 daughters. What would I want them, to carry on from me? And look, legacy plays are kind of in the same vein as know your why. I feel like everyone kind of ponders it, thinks about it, and never does anything. They just want to nail that question down, and then it can change. So I don't know about legacy, but what I want them to take, and what tomorrow never comes means to me. It's not just for the mundane, right? It's not just for taking out the trash. It's not just for cleaning up your room or cleaning the snow or all those things. But also what it's not is, it's not a signal for you to do only what you enjoy. It's not a signal only for you to say, well, what's that vacation I always wanted to take and I never did? Who was that friend that I really enjoyed having conversations with, that I lost touch and I want to get back, in contact with? And that's all well and good. That is a part of it. But for me, tomorrow never comes means you need to lean into the things that make you uncomfortable. It doesn't necessarily have to be a pleasant experience, at least initially. You're not going to know what the experience feels like until you're done with it. And to be honest, the harder the situation, the better you feel afterwards. The high that you get from accomplishing, a task that you didn't think was possible for yourself, or you didn't think you could do it as well as you end up doing it, you can't replace that. And so for me, tomorrow never comes. The things, the so-called legacy that I would like to leave for my daughters and anyone watching is, tomorrow never comes means you need to do the things that make you uncomfortable as well. Do the things that make you afraid, because those are the moments where you're going to grow the most. And I'm doing that currently. It doesn't happen every day. It should. There should be at least one moment in every day where you overcome something that maybe you had been putting off before. So yes, you can do the bucket list of check marks of, I would love to travel here, I would love to do this. Those are all great. But I don't want it to be about, it's always pleasurable, at least in mindset before doing something. You got to look at the things that make you uncomfortable, that you feel anxious about, that put a knot in your stomach, gives you some anxiety, all that stuff. That's what I want to do, right? I want to put myself in those positions. And something that came up in the conversation as well is, you want to put yourself, or you want to surround yourself with people who put you in a position to overcome yourself. And what does that mean? All of us, including me, are so used to our default life, our default behavior, our default mindset, all of our habits. Wherever you are, whatever you've done up till now is comfortable, right or wrong. So you need to be around people who are going to not only inspire you to do to get out of that, but they have to live it. Two people having a conversation who are trying to inspire each other, but they're not pushing themselves as if tomorrow never comes either. It's like the blind leading the blind. You're not going to get anywhere. For the moment, it's rah, but nothing else happens after that. Because you have to be around people who you could never say, hey, look, that's great you're telling me, but you don't live it. You don't do it. And so that's the path I'm on. Thankfully, I have surrounded myself with some who are like that. And I'm just looking for more. Right? At the end of the day, you can ponder all you like. You can plan all you like. You can make the best cases for doing certain things. But at the end of the day, you have to do it. And don't just pick the things that are nice to do, that maybe you just never got around to do it, but they're still nice and pleasurable. Do the painful things. Do the uncomfortable things. That's, to me, what tomorrow never comes. That's the majority of it, is you have to lean into what maybe you don't want to, whether it's public speaking, whether it's taking the course and putting the money in to do so, having the tough conversation with somebody you care about. Those are the things that, in my mind, is the extension of what tomorrow never comes mean. So I hope that clears everything up. It was something that friend had asked me, is this what it means? And I realized it's not. It wasn't a full stop. It's not a dead end. Tomorrow never comes is not a dead end. So, just enjoy today and you're good. It's not that. And so I want my daughters, at some point, if they're watching this, don't be afraid to do the things you're afraid of. Don't be afraid to get knocked down. Don't be afraid to look, quote unquote, stupid. It's all part of it. And you're just going to grow from it. So to me, that's tomorrow never comes. I hope you guys resonate with this message. I hope you guys like the video. And if you don't resonate with the message, that's fine too. Drop some comments down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Share the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And now, this really holds true for me, is remember, tomorrow never comes. Do what makes you uncomfortable. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next one.